Have we got a fight for you today? In the red corner, a game where you drop in, fight bugs, complete missions, and then extract, Helldivers 2. And in the blue corner, a game where you drop in, fight bugs, complete missions, and then extract, Starship Troopers Extermination. Helldivers 2 had its full release a month ago on the 8th of February. It didn't go very well on PC, and it's still riddled with random bugs and crashes, but it has been called the co-op game of the year and has the attention of millions, holding impressive player numbers with an all-time peak of over 450,000 concurrent players and currently more than 300,000 concurrent player daily peak. Starship Troopers Extermination went a different path. It was released in early access nearly a year ago in May 2023, and it also had issues, bugs, and crashes, but it is still in early access and in development. It too was called the co-op game of the year by some, but interest dwindled from a merely 16,000 concurrent player record and having less than 400 concurrent players daily peak. We're going to take a look at these two very similar grandchildren of Paul Verhoeven and try to explain why two very similar games had two very different realities. This video was not brought to you by any sponsor because mid-roll ads suck either by YouTube or the creator and make us not want to buy whatever appears in the ad. Let's dive in, shall we? First, with the oldest and not fully developed Starship Troopers Extermination, or STE for short. Why did such a loved game by its players never achieve real success on release, and why are there so few players? The premise of the game right now is simple. You go in with your fellow troopers of the Vanguard, complete a set of missions that can vary depending on the type of mission selected, have a final hold your ground fight with the bugs, and then extract. With up to 16 players and a few hundred bugs coming at you, it can go from quiet to full-blown chaos in seconds. If you really get into it with your friends and other players, it can be terrifying, especially in max difficulty. But it has a few fatal flaws: variety and goals. To be fair, it is meant to have a galactic war going on, with multiple planets and maps you can drop into and fight the bugs, but it still has not come. All we can do is a few missions on 2 maps right now and nothing else. Yes, the maps are handmade, not procedurally generated. It's too repetitive and gets old after a while. Only the players can make it interesting and varied, but the fact that there is no region lock and it's 16 different players from all over the world makes comms almost impossible. The one thing that was making the game fun and interesting, the other players, are not there or just speaking some other language. The other thing is goals. Since there is no galactic war yet, all you can do is work towards your own goals, unlocking weapons, gear, perks, and skins. That's it. And there really aren't that many to unlock either. Plus, with the class change and rank progression they're bringing in, with that little player base left, it's just not enough. There really isn't anything satisfying or game-changing to grind towards, so no motivation to stick around and play. The new kid on the block has flipped the script. Helldivers 2. It is almost as if they looked at everything good and bad of STE and made it all great. Well, except the bugs and crashes, but yeah, that's the norm of game releases these days apparently, so let's give them a little break on that. While the recipe is pretty much identical to STE, it's the differences that make it extraordinary to me. STE has 2 handmade maps. Helldivers 2 has procedurally generated maps, meaning infinite variations of maps and multiple dozens of planets, each with its own looks and quirks. STE has several mission types with multiple difficulties among them and nowhere to see what the others are playing to join and fight together, splitting up the already small player base. Helldivers 2 shows you all the missions in your, let's say, area in every difficulty, and you can join others or start your own mission and call others to your aid, or even just play solo with nobody else if you want. It both keeps players together, promotes joining others in their fight, and gives the less social of us a chance to still play and enjoy the game. STE has 2 progression systems, your career and your class progression. In Helldivers 2, you unlock things for your stratagems, your ship, skins, weapons, hell, even mechs now. It puts many things in front of you to pursue and grind towards, and in different ways. You can grind XP, or currency, or samples, or medals, or super credits. and each has different purposes. Yes, it can be a bit of a hassle, but it makes every playstyle and every choice rewarding. Plus, it allows you to farm the premium currency, super credits, in-game, akin to EVE Online, and you can buy the premium battle pass to grind towards more things or just buy new gear in the premium store with it. No real money required, but well, other than to buy the game, of course. Now, I know this is a smaller thing than the others, but it matters to me. STE's intro to the game is, well, simple and short. Here, see for yourself. In contrast, Helldivers 2 gives you an epic, commercial-like intro that brings you into their universe, to Super Earth, and motivates you to defend it against the invaders. It's just awesome. A true homage to Paul Verhoeven and his style. Honestly, just flawless. Lastly, there is one major difference: the release date. I honestly believe STE launched too soon, given it's been almost a year and still no galactic war. That should have been the priority. I have been saying it since it came out, and I started making videos on it. Honestly, we don't care about doing missions just to grind. Make it mean something. And here, Helldivers 2 takes the cake. It was released with it ready and as the center stage of its gameplay loop. The galactic war feels important, engaging, and interesting. From the different planets, the major and minor orders to accomplish, and the surprise invasions of planets by the enemy. It has been extremely good fun fighting against Joel, the supposed game master behind the enemy strategy. It's us, millions of Helldivers, against this god, this being of supreme influence over our enemy's decisions, and we will win. When there are two very similar games like these, it's all about the little things. Even the lore is pretty much the same for both games. But the day only has 24 hours and we have to decide what to play. And for now, Helldivers 2 is number 1. And it will be for a while. Off-World Industries should take a long, deep look at Helldivers 2 and see what works and why. And they will need to take some chances. Now, will I be playing STE when the next update comes out with the new classes? Probably. Will it take over as my game of choice to play? Probably not. Look, in my opinion, there is room enough for both to exist. But the value proposition needs to be close, and right now, it's miles apart. Helldivers 2 is just a superior choice for everyone, except for the most hardcore Starship Trooper fans. How about yourselves? Have you become a Helldiver yet? Will you keep an eye on both games? Do you think STE will ever be able to catch up and be a viable alternative? Let me know in the comments below. Just please be respectful. Leave a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.